Hey, what's going on YouTube? And welcome back to Tech Conversations. Firstly, if you haven't already, make sure to check out LuxAlgo. LuxAlgo has some of the best trading indicators and AI agents for backtesting, used by over 15,000 traders, including myself. And I've covered many of their premium indicators in the past on my channel. But right now, if you sign up to LuxAlgo by using my link in the description below, you can get up to 20% off their premium indicators. And keep in mind, you can get 30 days risk-free, so why not try them out? So go ahead and check out LuxAlgo. I'll put a link to them in the description below. Also, make sure to check out the Discord, completely free to join. I'll put a link to it in the description below as well. We're almost at 8,000 members, so thank you to everyone that's joined our Discord. Now let's get right into today's video. So today, I want to show you where and how you can track your wheel trades for free to keep track of things like the income that you have generated by using the wheel strategy, what your adjusted cost basis is for your shares if you've been assigned shares. You can also do things like write down notes as well, as I'll show you here, and many other things. So let's get right into this here. The first thing we want to do is we want to go over to a website called Yield Collector. So just type in yieldcollector.com in the URL, and it should take you to this website right here. So as you can see, the best wheel strategy tracker. And I've been using this for a very long time. I'm not sponsored by them. I don't own this. This is just a really cool tool, and it's really useful, and I want to share it with you guys. So the first thing you'll have to do is you'll have to create an account and then log in. And that makes sense because if you want it to keep tracking your trades, it needs to be able to connect that to your account. So once you've done that, like I mentioned, you log in and it'll take you to the main page. So as you can see, I'm already logged in. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this, and it's going to take me to the app. So the first thing we'll see on the main page is this right here. And I'll scroll down, you can kind of see all the different things it shows you here. And as you can see, I've done many trades in the past that I've logged here. And as you can see, there is no AMD here. And the reason I mentioned that is because for today's video, I'm going to be using AMD as an example here. So let's scroll back up. And so we need to start right here. You'll notice that there's two different sections here. There's a stock section on the left and an options section on the right. Now, when it comes to using the wheel strategy, remember, we generally start by selling cash secured puts until we get assigned the shares, the 100 shares. Then after that, we generally move on to selling covered calls. So of course, cash secured puts and covered calls are options. We're trading options. We're selling options. So we're going to be using the right side here, the option side. But you can also, as you can see, use this for just regular stocks as well. So let's just say that I've been using the wheel strategy on AMD. And again, this is just an example. I actually haven't, but I'm just going to use that to show you guys here how you use this tool here. So I'm going to use AMD Advanced Micro Devices. So let's start with a cash secured put. Let's say we sold a cash secured put earlier in the month. Now I want to start tracking this, and I want to add it here. So how do we do that? So the first thing we need to add here is the ticker symbol, the symbol of the stock that we're trading. So again, for this example, it would be AMD. Then number of contracts. So again, we're starting with cash secured puts. So how many puts did we sell? Let's just say we only sold one. Let's keep it simple. So I would enter 1 here. Then we have the expiration date. So the expiration date of the cash secured put that we sold. So again, let's just pretend we sold it earlier in the month. And let's say the expiration date was September 12th. So what's pretty cool about this tool is you can go pretty far back here. Right, let's say you've been doing this for a couple years. You can go a couple years back and start writing it all down to keep track of it here. But again, let's just say I sold it earlier in the month, earlier in September. Let's say it had an expiration date of September 12th. So I'm going to select September 12th for the expiration. Then strike price, let's say the strike price was 161 here. Next, trade side. So when you're selling cash secured puts, right, you're selling an option and you're selling to open a position. You're opening a position, you're not closing it. So we need to select sell to open here. Option type, when we're selling cash secured puts, we're trading puts. So we need to select put here. Option price, let's just say we got paid $100 here. So just to keep it simple, so I would put 1, because remember, this is going to be per share. Each contract controls 100 shares. So we need to put 1 there if we got paid $100. Trade date, let's say we sold this cash secured put a week before it expired, so September 5th. And then for strategy, here's a couple of options. So there's the wheel strategy, there's income trifecta, and then there's the poor man's covered call. Let's go ahead and just select wheel here. And as you can see, there's a couple of other optional fields here. So for example, if there's commission fees, or like I mentioned earlier, you can also add notes here in case there was something important that you didn't want to forget later. So let's just go ahead and add a test note here so I can show you where you can find that later. And so again, we've filled out everything here, and like I showed you guys earlier, right, there's no AMD trade here already. So now what you would do is you would click on add an options position. And as you can see now under wheel, now there's an AMD trade here. So if I expand this, if I click on this, it's going to expand it. And you can see that cash secured put that I sold here. So, it tells you how many puts you sold, days till expiration, well, already expired, how much I got paid, right? I got paid $100. The strike price, I sold to open a put, the credit I received, and then there's a couple things here. And then notice here under actions, there's this button you can click on here. This is where you can find your notes. So if you click on notes here, here is this test note. There's the note that we added. So again, very useful in case you want to add something there that you want to remember later on. Now on the bottom here, it has all our calculations, like our net premium, quantity, current stock price, open option, P&L, open stock P&L. And this will all get updated as you add more and more trades here. Now let's say I sold this put and I got assigned 100 shares. How do I do that now? So if we go back here under actions and we click on this button, notice here there's an assigned shares button. So all we need to do is click on this here, and as you can see, it's going to fill all of this out for us, but just make sure it's correct. So AMD, we got assigned 100 shares, we bought to open. This should be the strike price of the put we sold, the date you were assigned, the strategy, we're using the wheel strategy. You could add commissions like we mentioned. So all this looks accurate, so I'm going to click on assigned stock shares. And now, as you can see, it's added that trade here as well. So now we see another trade, and this is where I was assigned 100 shares. So again, you see the quantity, the price we bought at, buy to open. This is a stock, how much we paid. And now if we take a look down here, you'll see that it's been updated as well. So our open stock P&L is negative $154 because we bought 100 shares at an average price of $161. Current stock price is $159.46. That means we're down $154. We have our original cost basis there. And then we have our adjusted cost basis. Why? Because we got paid $100 for selling this put. And so if we bought 100 shares at $161 a share, but we got paid $100 for the put we sold, it's almost like we bought the 100 shares at $160. That's kind of how you can think about it there and how you can use that. So now that we have 100 shares, how can we add now a covered call instead? Because again, we're using the wheel strategy. Now we want to switch over to selling covered call. So how would we do that? So now we're going to go back up again to this options section here. So again, we would enter AMD. If we have 100 shares, we can only sell one covered call. Let's say we sold one covered call. Let's say the expiration date for this one was September 19th. Let's say the strike price was $160. That's the strike price I selected. And again, I'm just making these things up. This is how you would use this. Trade side, again, we sold a covered call to open that position. So sell to open. Option type, we sold a covered call, so that's a call. Options price, again, to keep it simple, let's just say we got paid $100. Let's say this was done September 15th. This is the wheel strategy. And I'll just add another note here, test note 2. And let's add this here. So now we come back down here and we open up AMD. So now, as you can see, right, we have the call here that we sold. And so as you can see, again, it pre-fills out all of this for us. Again, we can come in here to check the notes that we added. And as you can see, all this has been updated again. So now our net premium is $200, right? We sold a put, we got paid $100. Now we sold a call, we got paid $100. Our net premium is $200. And if we take a look here, our adjusted cost basis now would be $159 because if we paid $161 for the shares, but we've made $200 in premium, that's like if we bought the shares at $159. So you can kind of see how you can keep using this. Now, the last thing I want to show you guys here is, okay, now we got 100 shares. We're selling covered calls. So what if our shares, we lose our shares, right? We have to sell our shares. We're assigned on our shares. How do we reflect that here? So again, we would come into the call that we sold where we lost our shares, go under actions, click on the button. And as you can see, there's a button that says shares called away. So we're going to click on that. By the way, there's other things here, right? Like roll position, close position, edit position. So you can kind of mess around with these things. I'm just kind of showing you the basics here. But if we, if our shares were assigned and we lost our shares, we would click on shares called away now. And so you can see something like this will show up. Everything is pre-filled here. So AMD, number of shares, 100. Sell to close, they would be sold for us. Called away price should be the strike of the call you sold, where you were assigned. Called away date, September 19th. For this example, this is the wheel strategy. And again, 2 optional fields here. So we'll click on shares called away now. And now, as you can see, it's been updated. So now, as you can see, it's keeping track of all of our trades here. We can see exactly what happened here. And so now we take a look down here, net premium, $200. If we take a look all the way to the right here, our closed options P&L, $200. Our closed stock P&L minus $100. So what does this mean? This means for options, we've made $200, but on the actual stock, we've lost $100. So overall, for this trade, everything I've showed you here, we would have made $100 in total here. But anyways, this is how you can keep track of all of your wheel trades. And again, there's more to this tool, but I'm not going to get into that today. I just want to show you guys how to track your wheel trades here. So anyways, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. Check out the Discord, link to that in the description below. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think, and I will see you guys next time.